So currently I'm at Centennial Park, and as you can see, I'm at some of the soccer fields. So I kind of wanted to talk about sports fields in the park. So if you've ever been to Centennial Park on a weekend or even any of the weekdays, you'll know how alive the place can feel. There are kids playing soccer, adults playing sports games, and whole families spread out on the grass having picnics. The sports fields here are just patches of grass. They're where the community gathers. Centennial Park has over 120 hectares of open space, and a big part of that is dedicated to sports. It's one of Cindy's go-to spots for everything from school carnivals to weekend league games. This is one of the best things about Centennial Park. Being able to play and move around outdoors is really important for the surrounding community to have a place to come and gather and play. However, all the activity doesn't come without an environmental cost. With so many people using the fields year-round, the grass and soil can take a beating. When soil is constantly trampled by people's feet and overall just being trampled, by shoes and stuff, it becomes compacted. That makes it harder for rainwater to soak in, which leads to increased water runoff. And this runoff can carry things like fertilizer, chemicals into the ponds, water systems, which is not good for the wildlife that lives there. Concerning water use, keeping fields green and game day ready takes a lot of irrigation, especially during dry spells of when there's a lack of rain or heat waves in the summer. Now the park has made some smart improvements like recycled water systems and stormwater harvesting, which help reduce waste. But when you're managing dozens of high traffic sports fields, the environmental footprint is pretty significant. There's also an impact on local biodiversity. Centennial Park is home to over 140 species of birds, not to mention frogs, insects, and even longfin eels, which live in the ponds. When sports fields are in use, especially those close to the bushland or wetland areas, the noise, lights, and foot traffic can disturb the sensitive species that rely on stability and peace to obviously thrive. However, Centennial Parklands Trust is actively attempting to balance recreation with conservation. They've been trialing more resilient turf varieties, improving drainage to prevent polluted runoff, and even rotating the fields or which fields are being used so they can recover. They're also restoring nearby habitats with native plants to support wildlife, even as the park continues to welcome sports events. But overall, the environmental impact is important to remember when we're using the spaces for what we enjoy.